Has it ever happened to you that people around you started fearing your silence? Not because you did something wrong, but because you stopped explaining yourself. You stopped begging to be understood. You just focused. And suddenly, people started saying, "He's changed. She's too quiet. There's something off about him." You won't believe it, but it's true. Sometimes your peace makes people restless. Your discipline feels dangerous to them. Your growth, it shakes their comfort zone. They laugh when you start. They question when you stay focused. And they get silent when they see you becoming someone they can't recognize anymore. But the real story hasn't even started yet, because what you're about to hear isn't just another motivational speech. It's a truth most people are afraid to admit, a truth about what happens when your mind becomes stronger than your emotions, when your focus becomes sharper than their opinions, and when your silence becomes louder than their noise. This is not for everyone, but if you've ever felt like the world doesn't understand the fire inside you, then listen closely, because today, you're going to hear a story that might just change everything. You know what the real problem is? The world doesn't know what to do with someone they can't control. You stay quiet. They call you arrogant. You speak your mind. They call you rude. You say nothing at all. They say you've changed. People don't actually want you to be strong. They want you to be strong just enough to help them, but never strong enough to walk away from them. They cheer for you until you start doing better than them. They support you until your growth makes them uncomfortable. They act like they're with you, but deep down, they're scared you'll outgrow them. You don't hang out anymore. You've become too serious. The truth? They don't fear your success. They fear your mindset. They fear how calm you've become, how focused, how unfazed by the noise, and that fear turns into gossip, distance, judgment. You're not losing people. You're just becoming someone they can't manipulate anymore. And that scares them. But here's the hardest pill to swallow. Sometimes, the people closest to you, friends, family, even your own blood, will try to pull you back. Not because they hate you, but because your strength reminds them of everything they're not willing to become. Why does the world fear a strong mind? Because a strong mind doesn't need permission, it doesn't need applause, and it doesn't need company. But here's the twist. And you don't want to miss this part. Because what happens when you keep going, when you stop explaining and start building, will shock you, and it changes everything. People will always talk. They'll doubt you, judge you, and try to make you question yourself. But there comes a moment when you stop listening to the noise, and that's the moment everything begins to change. It's when you realize you don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't need to prove anything. You just need to become so focused on your vision that the opinions of others fade into the background. You stop reacting. You stop chasing approval. You stop explaining your silence, and you start building. While others waste time talking, you're improving. While they sleep, you're learning. While they complain, you're preparing. That's when people notice, but it's too late, because now you've stepped into a different mindset. A version of you that doesn't beg to be seen. You're too busy becoming better. You're not showing off. But your discipline is loud. Your consistency speaks for you. And your growth? It can't be ignored. This is the turning point. The moment when you stop being who they expect and start becoming who you were meant to be. And it scares them. Not because you've done something wrong, but because your strength reminds them of everything they gave up on. You're not harder to understand. You're just not as easy to control. And once you reach that point, you don't go back. So how do you build a mind so strong? It scares people. First, emotional discipline. Not every comment needs your reaction. Not every insult deserves your energy. The strongest minds don't react. They observe. They choose their battles. They stay calm when everyone else is losing control. Second, learn to be alone. Silence isn't empty. It's full of answers. Most people can't sit alone with their thoughts, but if you can, you're already ahead. Growth happens in quiet spaces, not in loud rooms full of opinions. Third, build invisible habits. You don't need to show the world what you're doing. Wake up earlier, read more, train your body, sharpen your thinking, not for Instagram, for yourself. The results will speak louder than any post ever could. Fourth, protect your energy. Don't give access to people who drain you. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Be kind, but not available to everyone. Peace is more valuable than popularity. Fifth, control your mind before it controls you. Practice gratitude, not overthinking. Focus on what's in your hands, not what's out of your reach. A strong mind doesn't mean you don't feel pain. It means pain doesn't control your decisions. Lastly, stop seeking validation. When you stop caring about who claps for you, you'll hear your own voice more clearly. And that voice? That's your power. The truth is, it's not about scaring people. It's about becoming so strong, so unshakable, that they don't know how to handle it. And that's okay. You're not here to be understood. You're here to evolve. People will see your strength even if they don't say it. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Just keep working hard and growing. If this message helped you, please like the video, share it with friends, and subscribe to the channel. Your journey to a stronger mind starts today.